Hey guys, it's Bob back again, and today we're going to review something I found at a yard sale for, $1, I think it was. It is from episode 1. It is Jabba Glob. Jabba the Hutt is oozing with fun. Yum. Here, wait, let's raise this up a little bit. As you can see, it says, yum. Here's the packaging. Not a food item. 1 2-ounce container of non-toxic water-soluble gel. So the gimmick is, I don't know if you can see that, it has a gel container, has these little frogs in Jabba, and on the other side when you turn it around, you open his head and you pour the goo down in there with the frogs, and you put his head back on, and then he barfs frogs and all kinds of goodness out of his mouth. Yeah. You squeeze the Hutt's head to ooze his slimy treat. Now, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but anyway. This is from 1998. So that has been in packaging for 17 years. Because 2015. And if you look real close, it didn't look like that gel made it very good. And it sounds kind of... I don't think that gel is actually really good. So let's get this guy open and see... what survived and what didn't. And yes, I'm going to open this right now, right here, because being 17 years old, didn't really survive too well. The packaging is pretty easy to take apart. You just take the tape off here, you get the frogs out of their little pouch, and you get this. Yeah, I don't think that made it very well. And you have Jabba himself. So anyways, let's get that out of the way, and we will lower the camera down so you can see what's going on here. We'll get Jabba out of the way, but first, I don't think that gel made it, and it's real gooey and ugh. It's kind of sticky. Yeah, I don't think this gel made it, but I'm going to open up on camera because it might be fun to do, and I'm sure you guys are curious to see what slime looks like after 17 years of being in package. Oh, all this stuff's getting everywhere. Ugh, it's so gross. Anyway, I don't think it's gonna open very well. It's kind of sealed. It's sealed together here. Let's get this, try to get this wrap off of here and get, oh yeah, that slime didn't. Slime after 17 years looks like that. So 2 ounces of slime turns into this after 17 years. So yeah, that gimmick didn't hold up very well, and it made a mess all over my display area. So wipe my hands off here real quick. Ugh. I had to do it because I was curious to see what it looked like. I heard it rattle around in there and I knew it probably wasn't going to last. But anyway, we'll get his little frog treat things out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And we'll take a look at the little frog dudes. They're awesome detail, actually. Look at that. That's really cool detailing on these little frog dudes, top and bottom. Very cool. And if you notice it, if you remember episode 1, when the pod race starts, Jabba the Hutt actually starts the pod race on Tatooine. So it's cool to have this, and he is just a big rubbery, hollow rubber thing, and his arms he has articulation actually. Ooh-da, doo-da, doo-da. Anyway, so what the gimmick was, you would put the goo in his head and then turn it upside down, and then you would put the frogs and whatnot in there, but then you could see his body is just a big hollow mass. I think it looks cool just for display purposes, and that's what I'm going to do. So what the gimmick was is you push his head and his mouth opens up, so you can actually put the frogs in there, and then when you would push it, it would go blah and spill out all over the place. But you can actually, have him eating his frogs, and that is really cool. I really dig that. But you can actually put his frogs down in there, and since he's hollow, it's where you could actually store the frogs, and the frogs will come right back out of there. Not a problem, because he is hollow. You might go down into his tail, but you should be able to fish him out pretty easily. But there's Jabba the Hutt, and with his little gimmick. That's kind of cool though. I'm gonna really enjoy displaying him with my figures, my vintage figures, and some of my episode 1 figures. But anyway, how big is he, you may ask? Here's a vintage C-3PO figure, 3 3/4 line. There is, he doesn't like standing very well because he's old. There he is there, and here is Boba Fett from 1979. Another vintage. I pulled them off the shelves. So they're not bad. I mean, he was standing back here like in when he was at Jabba's palace and he was being the interpreter. So the scale's not really that bad, because if you think about it, Han Solo, when he was in New Hope, he was pretty much talking to him eye to eye when he was at the ship at the Millennium Falcon. So I think he'll do good in scale. He'll look really cool on the shelf with the guys. But anyway, there was a look at the Star Wars Episode 1 Jabba Glob, Jabba the Hutt figure with frogs and old 17-year-old ooze that hardens, because I guess water-based, it kind of dries out after a long time. So if you ever wondered what happens to ooze, and it was still packaged, still sealed, you saw it, still in packaging and sealed, so I guess it doesn't last. Oh well, 17 years, that's a lot to ask for. But anyway, so there's Jabba the Hutt. I want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great day.